everyone, I am Myriah and I'm a first grade teacher in Texas.
I'm Timothia Reid and I am a fourth grade teacher in Illinois.
And I'm Jenise Collins, a first grade teacher from New Jersey. We're excited to be here today at Space Center Houston to talk about this month's Voices title, Hidden Figures.
This empowering story comes in picture and chapter book format that is accessible to all readers.
Yes, my students love learning about these phenomenal women and their many accomplishments.
And we can't wait to share how we use hidden figures in the classroom.
I thought it was interesting that all four women in the book started out as teachers.
Yeah.
They were women just like us.
Just like us.
Some of my kids actually, when we read the book, went home and talked about it with their parents.
That's awesome.
And I had kids coming back saying, I watched the movie. My mom showed me the movie. My dad showed me the movie. And so they were teaching. Mm-hmm. And that's the ultimate goal of any teacher is when your children you can step back and your children can tell somebody else. Right, and teach somebody else what they've learned.
I love it when those deep discussions come up and then we can have that talk.
I find these women inspiring because at those times, it was a time where women were teachers. Like that's what they were supposed to be. They were stay-at-home moms or they were teachers. And it's inspiring because they said, nope, I'm not going to do that. I want to follow my dreams. I'm good at math. I'm going to go work for NASA. And I find that truly inspiring because for me, I'm a teacher because when I was younger, school was my safe place. It's where I felt comfortable. So I've always wanted to be a teacher because I wanted to be that for my students, or I wanted to be that for the kids who were like me, who found school as a safe place.
Our job or our role as teachers is like one of the most important ones because we pretty much shape all the other ones.
Right.
You know, they start with us. They start with teachers and then they move on to whatever other careers, but they have to come through us first. So I think that we have to be good role models. We have to make sure that we are exposing them to as much as we can,
right?
You know, so that they have all these opportunities or at least have different options that they can choose from, things that people don't think about. Because being a computer or a math whiz, that's not something I would normally think about. But if it was brought up to me, maybe I would have liked math better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that we are that vehicle that opens up the opportunities for all these other careers that are out there.
Right. We're the doorway.
Yes.
So not only do you have 4 African Americans as your main characters, but there are 4 African American women.
Right.
And for all of those young girls, those young African American girls, they can see themselves in that book. And like you said, it opens up a window to something that they may have never thought of before. Right. Because if you think about it, that's one of the things that they talk a lot about is that there are not a lot of women in general in STEM.
Right.
So who knows? Hearing this story might unlock the next group.
Inspire.
I actually found some activities that I could do with my kids around coding. One of them was getting an astronaut to Mars.
There's a lot of lessons that you can pull out from it.
These stories are lights and guiding lights for these children, these young children, and they can use these books as references or as go-tos, you know, to be successful. They can reference and see success. That's what I like to see.
Right.
And I mean, you can use it for Black history. March is women's history, so it lends itself to that too. Making posters, mine are a little older, so they can make like slide presentations, different things. They can teach it to some of the younger ones. So there's several things that can be done with it.
So one moment for me that really stood out in the book was the events where you had astronauts saying, I'm not getting in that ship, I'm not going up into space unless these women have verified these numbers. And that for me was really powerful because it showed, number one, how far they had come from where they started, but it also showed the payoff of following your dream.
Right.
Because what they did was so important that you literally had these people who were highly trained saying, but I don't trust it unless they say so.
Right.
Like, that is huge.
I thought that was a great part too, because it showed that they were good at what they did.
They were great at what
You know,
they did.
their reputation spoke for them.
We have to go back to reteaching them how to follow their dreams and to say that nothing's going to get in my way. And I think that this book was a good illustration of that.
And even building that confidence, just having the confidence just to speak up, you know, for what you believe in, or speaking up for yourself, knowing that, hey, I can do this, I'm good. Another great thing about this book is that it lends itself to so many different themes. You have perseverance, you have hard work, you have, so many things, just accomplishing your goals, not giving up. You can bring in a lot of those literary text evidence and features. You can talk about cause and effect. You can talk about problem and solution. There's just so many things that you can put in, and you can use it in many subjects.
It's across the board good for any content,
Yes.
any subject, any grade level.
I hope that my students, after hearing this story, take away the idea that no dream is too big.
Yeah.
And that all it takes is dedication to your dream.
I hope that they can see themselves being something great. I hope that they see themselves as something that's challenging to them that they can conquer. I just want them to see challenges and say yes.
There are so many opportunities out there that they can do, and to have the confidence to do it.
All it takes is dedication to your dream. You know, people may say no, doors may be closed, but if it means that much to you, that you keep fighting, because settling is not an option.
Right.
And we cannot continue to teach our children that it's okay to settle. And so,
That's a great theme.
yeah, stories like this teach us that where you start doesn't dictate where you end. And that's the important lesson that all of our children need.
We hope you enjoyed learning how we love to incorporate hidden figures into our lessons, and we hope that you enjoy sharing it with your students.
Margot Lee Shetterly did a wonderful job highlighting the many achievements of these brilliant women.
And a special thank you to the Space Center Houston for allowing us to have this amazing experience. Hopefully this story inspires you to treat others with kindness,
Dream big.
And always reach for the stars.